Hello everyone, this is Seraphira, and welcome back to Dual Universe. So, right now we're back at the base. I've done some work on it. We've got, as soon as it highlights, there we go. It's only showing the core. I don't know why it's not showing what it actually is. Let's try H. There we go, assembly line M. So we got the medium assembly line going. We've got, with that made, we made a small container, which, does it say on here? As long as I don't move my mouse. No, but let's just open it up. It does hold 7.62, or there we go, 9,600 liters. So, compared to the extra small ones, which only held 1,000, it's quite an improvement. We've also made an refiner, and I did put down my speeder, and as well as some floors so we can actually start placing some things. I made a door. Let's just go around. There we go, which actually works. You just have to get in there to close it. Obviously, it's not very useful because you just walk around it right now. So, what I've got planned for today is we're going to do some more base building, and I'm going to talk a little bit about infrastructure, basically, and industry. So I've got this going. This is one of the first things I wanted to make. Let's just open it up. So right now I've got it set to make pure silicon. And you can set it to maintain 250. So the output is over here at the moment. So as you can see, I've got 280 in there. So that actually uses quite a bit of its space. But the thing is, if you want to do it to maintain, you're going to want multiple ones. And as you can see, there are recipes for basic pure material, pure material, and there are 4 of them. So if you just want to use the basic, you want to set them all as maintain, you're going to need at least 4. If you want to do everything and maintain a stock, you're going to need, well, another 4 for advanced, another 4 for exotic, another 4 for rare, and probably another 4, yeah, there we go, for uncommon. And that's just this pure advanced material, or pure materials. Then you got the products. So if you want to keep these up, I haven't found a use for them yet. Doesn't mean that there isn't. You would need that. Obviously, the space, small core is not going to be hold enough space to get that many refiners, unless that's the only thing I ever want to make is refined material, but it's not. Let's go back to the assembly line. So this is what I'm working on next. I want to make an electronics industry, which will make probably basic electronics. It'll probably make components and things like that. We're eventually going to make a large assembly line and a bigger container. I think we're going to need another small container, possibly 2 more as we continue on. That's not all going to happen in this episode, but as you can see, I've kind of reached the limits. What can I see? East and west of my base. I have dug all the way back so that I can get to this back. Now that's just one level. I can go all the way up, and I can dig down so that I have more room for more things there. I also can take and build another core. Yeah, we can now make a static core of medium size, which will hold an even bigger area. And since this is my claim, I can put it anywhere here I want. I wish it was easy to just replace it, or if I could just come down here to my core, which is under these stairs here, and to upgrade or something like along those lines. But I can't click F on it. You can't just pick it up because then all of these what do they call them, elements in this game will be orphaned, I suppose is the word. Um, so you can't just pick it up and put a new one down. In order for me to pick that small core up, I'm going to have to pick up, I think, all of this. I think you can leave this material on the ground, but as soon as you pick up the core, I believe it goes poof. Um, it's possible the same thing would happen with the small or the elements as well, which are fairly expensive to make. So that's not something you want to be risking. So you'd want to pick these all up. But again, you don't have a whole lot of space yourself, so you may as well go make another static core somewhere else, move everything to it, then come back, pick all this up. That just seems the easiest to me. If somebody else knows a better way that you guys can upgrade your cores within what you already built, yeah, let me know, please. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on this electronics industry, which means we need some basic pipes. I believe I'm using this as my input, so I only have 4 basic pipes. Let's double check in here. There's nothing in the container, and I don't believe I've made any. That's going to pop out here. That shouldn't be. Let's just double check that there isn't something else hiding somewhere. No. All right. So then, unfortunately, I can't. The only thing I can use this for is to make the pure materials, which is fine. And the reason you're making these other industry stations is, well, a couple reasons. Number one, you can have multiple things going at once. It's not all just stuck in your queue for your personal nanocrafter. The other thing is, as you get talents in industry, let's just look at chemical really quick. So you can reduce the crafting time, which you can do in your backpack or your nanocrafter as well. Crafting time. But there's also something that these all look like they appear to be time. So assemblers. Oh, either I'm just missing it or there used to be and they got rid of it. Something that would, instead of producing, like this says 10 pipes, it'll produce 11 for you or 12 and so on, so that you're getting more out of the materials that you've been harvesting. It's probably in here somewhere. I do think that their talent system's a little convoluted and sometimes hard to see what's going on and what you can train. But yeah, anyway, that's one of the reasons you want this. Plus, it's nice to just go out, harvest, come back, throw it in the input container, and once you've got all of your industry up, it's just going to produce stuff, make the amount that you need somewhere else, and then you can just go out, mine, come back, throw it in the thing, and once you've got everything up and running, say, okay, I'm going to build spaceship number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, because everything's set up for you to do. All right, so let's work on those pipes, which is I'm going to have to do in my nanocrafter. Let's just go to pipe, and we want basic. So what we need is silicon. So luckily, I have already started baking. Well, let's hit the nanocrafter, double check it. I need silicon, which I need aluminum and silicon. I should have some aluminum in here. Yeah, not enough. This silicon is over being produced. Oh, and I actually have some silicon in here as well. Okay. How much silicon do we need for the basic pipes? Because we need to make 36, is that correct? Yep. We have 4, which means if we had the tool that creates more of it, we could use that. And I don't think it's going to be this electronics, obviously. Okay, we need 100 aluminum to make silicon, but we only need 10. So we need to, unfortunately, make 4 of these, which is going to take 8 minutes. So while that is running, we need to see what the next material is. We need basic electronics, which we aren't going to make there. Let's just go here and basic electronics. The components should be able to be made in this new thing, but we can't make it right this second. Pure carbon and hydrogen. We can finally get rid of some of that hydrogen that we've got going in here. Okay, we need 25 electronics. Let's actually add that to the queue, except that I want 25 of them, which is going to be 150 polycarbonate plastic and 100 basic components. So I just got to kind of remember that. Write it down really quick. $50 and 100. Okay. Add that to the queue, and then we'll move things up. Polycarbonate plastic. So we need 150 of this. This only makes 75. Let's make 2 of that. And of course, we are missing some carbon. Let this move it up and go find some carbon. It also appears, no. Yeah, we got plenty of hydrogen. We can use this. We just change it, which is what we should be doing. Pure basic carbon. And I think we need to turn the other production off. Finish and stop. Now go back here. Oh, we are back on basic carbon. Apply. Let's just make 2. That way it'll make the 2 and finish, which is actually more than we need, but that's fine. It should actually be faster. As you can see, the lights here turn green while it's running. It also gives you an efficiency meter for how often it's been turned on and running. Yep, we're still short. The other one should be on the way. All right, let's look at here. What else? We need these basic components. So we need alloy. And we need 100 of these. Do I have the alloy stocked in here? There we go, 115 alloy. All right, let's pick up this carbon. And let's double check our queue. It currently says we don't, but we now have we now have 259 out of the 200 we need. So that should, once this finishes, turn this little caution sign off. But we need to get working on the components. So let's go back to electronics. We've got this alloy, we need 100, so which means we need to make 10 of these. Add that to the queue. Okay, so the electronics are on the way. Looks like it updated the polycarbonate plastic. So we're getting there. We need to make 1 basic robotic arm of medium size. Robotic Basic robotic arm. Oh, we're going to need 25 more components. It looks like we're going to need some more filament. So this is where the aluminum and all that's going to come into effect. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna cut away, and I'm gonna go get all these materials. We'll get them stocked up, and I'll see you when actually when this electronics is done, because it's gonna take probably 30 minutes of just production time, especially with the assembly as well. Does it actually say? It should say somewhere. I don't see it off the top of my head. There we go. Processing time is 32 minutes. All right, guys. I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna go get the materials, and then we'll finish and we'll put it down. Oh, of course. The game crashes on me. Okay, so the electronics industry is finished. It took about an hour and a half. It took 60 minutes to get all the parts done in my nanocrafter, and another 30 minutes in the assembly line. I also, while that was working, I flattened some area down there to put my hover vehicle. So the other thing is I did figure out where those talents are. There they are, crafting. So as I've got some going already, but let's go to crafting, intermediary parts, and basic. As you can see, you get one basic part when running basic recipes. So instead of 10 pipes, you get 11. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but it adds up since you have to make so many of them. The other part is refining. It's the one I worked on. You can see I got 24% for basic ore refining, and then you're going to want to do all the other refinery parts as well. Basic product refining. -3 input material required for refining steel. These are all things that you're eventually going to want if you want to be the crafter / builder for your organization. So let's just look at that really quick. So I know it says 65 input, which is what you start with. Unfortunately, what you have to do is actually run it for this to show up differently. Processing time may also change. I don't remember if I put points into that yet or not. As you can see, there we go. We saved ourselves a couple liters of coal by getting that skill. Again, it doesn't seem like much, but in the long run, it's going to save you a ton. I just wish it would show up first right away without having to hit start. So that's kind of, I don't even know if I had 63.05 liters in my inventory, and this is set at 65, so you can even revert it back. If it would even run it, or if it would say, hey, you don't have enough material, and then once you run it, you get less. I don't know that. It just seems a little off. It's probably set that way because if this is set for other people to use it, then they will use the default amount. So let's hit the build button. I also added a few more floor pieces here. And let's put down a part, hit my inventory, and double click it. And hold down R and mouse wheel. I'm just going to put it back here for now. Like I said, we can always move things around. And this will work for now. All right, let's see what we can make with it. We got complex, exceptional, functional, and intermediary. Let's look at functional really quick. Antennas, control systems, course systems. Okay, so this is what goes inside of your cores, I believe. Yeah, that looks like that. Lights, we mechanical sensors, motherboards, or scanners. Uncommon or scanner. I don't think that's something all on its own. It just says it's a functional part. Power converters, and then this is what we're going to be using for the most part to begin with. We're going to make basic components and basic connectors. So the next thing I'm going to do is probably build a smelter, but I'm not going to do that online. I'm going to get all these things done, see if I can get this placed. I've also, hopefully, we'll get some talents along the way where I think there's something for honeycomb. There we go. Except you want basic, which allows you to get less material and make more material and all that stuff. So yes, next time we get on, hopefully the base will be a little bit more functional. We'll have all of the industry parts, and we can start building something. Hopefully next episode we can work on building some sort of either just a flying vehicle or possibly even a space vehicle and see if we can get up there. But I do want to make a hauler as well so that I can go out, find some other material and bring it back. I don't know if Sanctuary is the best place to be doing that on, but at least I'll have the basic parts ready so that when I do go back to Alioth, I'll have at least the industry and the vehicles to go do things in a larger scale. And who knows, maybe we'll go somewhere else as well, some other planet. So, with that said, guys, we've got kind of the basics of the industry going. We'll work on that later. And as always, really thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Seem to get a lot of viewers. I don't know if it's just because it's an MMO or what, but if you guys are interested, also there is the organization Ardent Order. I do have another friend getting on, but he is having a hard time not crashing. I was having a hard time today of crashing a lot as well. So the game does still need some work, but it plays pretty well if you can just get over having to relog every once in a while. Again, really thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying this, and I will see you next time.